Fellow Americans, fellow San Diegoans, my name is Leslie Williams. Hang on a second. Today's date is April 15th, 2012, and I make these videos in order to be able to help you understand exactly, in part, well, I have to say this legally and skillfully, since the government is monitoring my YouTube videos and my Google blogs. I'm saying this to you today skillfully, but it's being said for a reason. Go to Google and YouTube and type in remote neural monitoring and scrutinize it thoroughly. The best thing to do is to copy and paste it into a Word program, section it out, okay? So when you go back to reference, after you start studying targets of organized stalking, electronic harassment, and remote neural monitoring, you can then go back and look at particular sections in relation to the descriptions of what targets are describing. Go to Google and YouTube and type in Erica Gilmore. Thoroughly read what's happened to these individuals. What they did with Erica Gilmore, they go after single women, single mothers, people on disability, veterans that are on disability. They have multiple aspirations, multiple motives, and multiple agendas, okay, in reference to why they're using this technology. Now, Ramona Lopez is one of the main things that will help you understand how neurocognitive weapons and microchips that are being implanted in victims of these crimes will give you a good preliminary introduction in reference to who's involved and how they're connected to each other. My name is Leslie Williams. I'm in San Diego, California. I'm a target of organized stalking, which is also called gang stalking. I'm a whistleblower at the federal and state level. Now, I didn't ask for this problem, and I cannot help being a victim of this crime. But what I want you to understand also as well, go to Google and type in Community May, M-A-E, and then a dash, Community May. It's a top above secret webpage, and it's got to do with remote neural monitoring. So if you Google it, if you Google what I just said, you'll find it. And I apologize, I don't have the web address in front of me right now. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'll put it in the comments feature of this YouTube video. What they have got set up is they're using remote neural monitoring and remote neural implants to literally get people addicted to drugs and to keep them using. How? Well, let me just put it to you this way. If you have, let's say, you know how like when you have a Lay's potato chip or a Dorito, and you have one, well, you just can't have one. I mean, it's just the way it is. If you got a full bag of Doritos or Lay's potato chips in front of you, you can't just have one, okay? Well, here's the thing. What they do is get people addicted to drugs. This technology, and they're even morphing and modulating and synthesizing people's voices, including their subvocal speech, and then morphing it, okay? Which means that, like, the old term for it is called voice boxing, where right now you can find the gist of what I'm describing in reference to voice morphing. Right now they have particular applications in iPhones, Android phones, and smartphones where you can buy an application that has like Popeye's voice, Yosemite Sam's voice, Bugs Bunny's voice, and then you pick the application talking to the phone, and anything you say comes out in their voice. That's voice morphing. So what they got is the voice prints of targets in their technology, okay? And then basically what they can do is talk into their technology while they have it hooked up to be able to transmit anything they're saying to come out in your own voice, and then transmit anything they're saying that comes out in your voice into your head. And as a result, this transmission that is being transmitted using this technology and these capabilities is transmitted under their perceptual radar into the own target's brain, so their audio cortex hears it. And as a result, the target believes that it's just their own internal dialogue, their own thoughts, and they might act them out in current time. Now, if you look at that and then you look at how they put organized stalkers along a target's path to provoke them and intimidate them, to make them believe they're going to be physically assaulted, and because these staged incidences are staged for a reason, because right when they got the target in the midst of this, what they'll do is literally transmit into the target's head how to react to it. And the target doesn't know that this is happening to them, and since they're hearing things being said in their own audio cortex, in their own voice, about possibly how to deal with how they're being literally physically provoked, okay, on the spot, in real time. The target believes that it's just their own mental responses in reference to the provocation that has been staged towards them. And as a result, they might act out on what they're hearing, because what they're hearing is in their own voice. And this is one of the capabilities of remote neural monitoring. And these are the kind of staged street theaters. They're called street theaters and organized stalking expeditions. These are the actual implementations of this type of technology, and why they use them. And why is this done? To provoke a target, to box a target into institutionalization or into syndicated group homes in order to take over their finances, their property, and to sexually exploit them. My name is Leslie Williams. I'm in San Diego, California right now. This is a tidbit file. Review extensively remote neural monitoring. Do it, because they go after anybody and everybody. And in reference to how they can stimulate anything in your brain, think about this. If they got, like, say, a 14 or 15-year-old that has been gang stalked and doesn't know they're a target of gang stalking, and he's worn out, say that maybe even his parents are being psychotronically influenced to even act out towards their own kids, because they do this as well, that kid might eventually turn to drugs. That's introduced to him along his path by gang stalkers who he has no idea that are associated to these campaigns. They get him addicted to drugs, then they identify that neural network. And the thoughts of doing it, the motor cortex associated behaviors of using it, and then what they'll do is stimulate it back in that target's mind in current conscious time, in real time, to get the target to keep using drugs. And this is what they do. My name is Leslie Williams, San Diego, California.